We're back with a banger video, how to macro like a immortal player. And the reason why I know this is a banger video is because I watched the first 5 seconds. I said, this is absolutely amazing. I have to react to this. So shout out to Monkey Play for creating this absolute piece of art in the MLBB community. Let's go ahead and get started. How to macro like immortal players.
The so-called super important objective. But the best team in the world. This is the turtle. The so-called super important objective.
Okay.
But
what's
the
so
best
important?
team in the world, just let it go.
Why?
Wait, why? That is just one of the many macro knowledge in this video. Like what's the best rotation path? Is it better to take the mid turret or the gold lane turret? The types of lane pushing, team fight tactics, how to push with the Lord, and so much more.
Push with
Because
the Lord.
I've watched every macro tutorial out
Damn!
there, and none of them come close to this one.
Okay.
For example, everyone tells you to look at the map, but no one actually explains what you should be looking for. Aside from Turtle and Lord, what you should focus on depends on your role. When you're playing as the jungler or roamer, you need to check your teammates' lanes. Look for the lane where minions are pushed closest to your turret.
Okay.
If you wanna gank there, make sure to take a path that isn't visible to the enemy. But when you're playing the gold, mid or XP laner, you should watch the enemy mid, roam, and jungler. If any one of them goes missing, play safely, because it's better to farm than to push up and die. Just look at MPL players. They love sitting quietly in the bush during the early game. If a teammate is heading your way, set up the gank by either freezing the minions near your turret or pushing them forward if you plan to dive. Save your crowd control skills so you can use them when the gank arrives.
Okay.
Remember, if a
CC.
gank fails, it's not always the ganker's fault, it can be your fault too.
Accountability and responsibility. Okay.
Is the first thing you need to understand, because a macro is the knowledge that impacts the whole team.
Yeah.
Like rotation direction,
Yeah.
objectives, lane push methods, team fight strategies, and turret pushing tactics. Don't worry, we'll start with something simple.
Thank you.
Like knowing when to play safely or aggressively.
Okay.
For that, you need to understand weak side and strong side. The map can be divided into two areas, mid to gold lane and mid to XP lane. The area where your jungler, mid, and roamer is located is called the strong side.
Okay.
The opposite is called the weak side. On the weak side, you should play safe. On the strong side, you can play more aggressively because teammates are nearby to help. The strong side is crucial because it determines rotation paths.
Yeah.
If you ask two pro players, they might give you two different rotation directions. But the basics of rotation can be divided into three types, starting with rotations to help a losing lane. Usually, you assist the lane that's behind to stabilize it and prevent it from falling further. But be careful, this rotation only works if you know that your teammate is skilled enough and can bounce back once the level are equal.
Okay.
That is why it's better to rotate to help a winning lane, because it lets
Push
your
farther.
teammates snowball even harder.
Yeah.
Help them secure everything from crabs and plating to kills.
Yeah.
Let the losing lane play safe. Even if they fall behind, the other four
okay.
members of your team can carry. If you're unsure which rotation to choose, just rotate based on the turtle. So if the turtle is on the XP lane, help the XP laner, and vice versa.
Okay.
The pressured lane will allow your laner to assist
then
with
go
the
for the turtle.
No matter where your rotation goes, don't forget to communicate. Like letting your team know if Franco has used his ultimate so the assassin can engage, or if the enemy lacks flicker so your team can dive. If you noticed, every rotation has a purpose, whether it's helping a teammate or securing an objective. The problem is objectives have different values.
Yes.
Take this situation. Is it better to destroy the mid turret or the side turret? Initially, they look the same, but turrets in Land of Dawn have different values.
Oh, really?
Their names are Outer, Inner, and Inhibitor.
Okay.
Outer and Inner mid lane turrets are the most valuable because they open up the map between the lanes
The other
and
buffs.
the buff area.
Yeah.
Be careful. If the outer and inner mid turrets are gone, your mid and roamer will have a hard time rotating, your marksmen and XP laners will become easier targets,
Hey, take
your
notes.
jungler will struggle to farm, and the enemy jungler can steal your jungle.
Oh, you don't want that to happen. No, no, no.
But the mid inhibitor turret is actually the least valuable.
Okay.
If super minions appear on the gold or XP lane
Super minions,
after
follow
the
them.
inhibitor is destroyed, the enemy will be forced to monitor that lane continuously, making it easier for you to secure the lord.
Oh, okay.
The case is different if the super minions appear in the mid lane. You'll have a hard time gathering minions to push because the mid lane is shorter. The enemy will actually benefit as the pushed super minions will
More
give them
money.
a lot of gold. So the answer is mid for outer turret, mid for inner turret, and the side lanes for inhibitor. But what if we change the question? In this situation, there are 5 things you could do. Take the plating, destroy the turret, farm minions, duel enemy heroes, or secure the crab. But which one should you prioritize?
My bet would be the minions, the enemy, and the crab. That's my guess.
The correct priority is enemy heroes if you can secure a kill,
Okay.
plating because it disappears after 5 minutes, minions and crab for gold and experience,
Okay.
enemy heroes if the kill chance is high, and turrets last. However, if you're in the mid lane, mid turrets are more valuable than minions because of the map control they
Yeah,
provide.
map control.
That's why MPL players love standing in the bushes. It's better to secure guaranteed gold than risking a duel you might not win. Let's say you won the duel and take the minions. You should know that pushing the turret isn't always the best option. Just do the math. If you destroy the turret, you get 200 gold from the kill, 200 gold from minions, and 110 gold from the turret. Since the turret is gone, the respawning enemy will get 140 gold from the pushed wave, so the net gold difference is 370.
Math,
But
baby.
if you take the crab, you get 200 gold from the kill and 200 gold from minions. The enemy gets no gold because the
turrets
minions
will
die
get
to
killed.
the turret. So the net difference is 400 gold on XP lane and 460 gold on gold lane.
It makes
Notice,
perfect
in this
sense.
example, the plating is gone and the minions are still carrying the cannon.
The math is
if
mathing.
plating is still available, prioritize taking it. And if the minions no longer carry the wagon, it's better to destroy the turret. Did you know the push turret technique you just did is called hard push, where you push the minions as fast as possible. It's different from a slow push, where your minions gather
They
and
do all the work.
slowly push once there are enough of them. This type of push is great in the lane that's far from objectives. Hard push and slow push are lane pushing methods, not turret pushing methods. But make sure you understand both because they'll be useful when we learn how to push turrets. Every decision-making methods we've discussed so far will be wasted if you don't understand how to fight properly. Luckily, team fight strategy can be divided into 3 types,
Okay.
starting with the pick-off strategy,
Pick
where
off.
you aim to isolate and eliminate an enemy hero who's
Ganking.
alone,
Okay.
usually done with a 3v1 gank. The other 2 teammates farm and defend the base. This method works well when your team is behind. The pick-off strategy can be countered with the grouping strategy,
Where
where
everybody
the
moves
entire
together.
team gathers for a 5v5 fight. Grouping works well when your team is ahead,
Yeah.
because the chance of winning the fight is high.
High.
But grouping can also be countered with the split push strategy, where some teammates push turrets alone. This constantly pressures a single lane. Split push works well if your team is behind and wants to avoid team fights.
Yeah.
Be careful though. Make sure your hero can escape like Sun, Ling, or Aulus.
Okay.
All the strategies we've discussed have
Rock,
one
paper,
goal:
scissors.
to destroy the enemy base.
Yes.
The problem is most players push turrets carelessly, making the push easy to defend. That's why you need to understand turret pushing methods.
Yes.
Before the 18th minute, use the 3-lane push. The goal is to push all lanes at the same time, confusing the enemy about which lane to defend. Here's how. When the Lord spawns, hard push gold lane, hard...
By the way, this is absolutely amazing. Like there is so much strategy and tactics being taught within this video, man. Absolutely amazing, Monkey. And great music selection as well.
Push XP lane and slow push the mid lane. Once the side lane minions reach this point, hard push the mid lane so all 3 waves arrive together. But once the Lord evolves, switch to straight push, where you escort the Lord as a team of 5. That's because an evolved Lord gains damage reduction when teammates are nearby.
Really?
So far, we've discussed the macro to get advantages, but in real games, it's not always that smooth. Sometimes, macro is used to minimize losses, like in this example. The best team in the world, Liquid Philippines, just let the turtle go to Onyx Indonesia in the Esports World Cup. They let the turtle go because the turtle fight didn't make sense. JP died alone, making the turtle fight a 4v5. Rather than losing the turtle fight and letting Onyx make a comeback, Team Liquid let it go to avoid further losses. As a result, Liquid Philippines maintained their advantage and won the game. This also applies to solo players.
So that's the textbook example. If you guys read Sun Tzu Art of War, this is the perfect example of losing the battle to win the war. Absolutely amazing.
Maintained their advantage and won the game. This also applies to solo players. If your team suddenly fights alone while your jungler isn't ready, or if a jungler forces to try steal the turtle, it's better to just leave them and avoid further losses. This video took a long time to make. Sadly, this is just the basic macro that everyone must understand.
It's really good.
For the other 5 roles, there will be separate videos. So join our YouTube membership to get early access to future videos and support the channel.
Absolutely
and if you enjoyed
amazing.
this video, you'll definitely love this video too.
Yeah, man, absolutely well-researched video. Well researched. Absolutely amazing. And we have textbook examples from pro players as well. Yeah, this is a really great guide if you really want to learn how to play any MOBA. It's not just, this isn't just MLBB. This crosses over to every other MOBA game except for ones that have some difference when it comes to like enemy spawns or their pathway. But yeah, this is absolutely amazing. You have the perfect examples. You're using math as well. Like math is one of the fundamental laws of the universe. So using math absolutely helps a lot. And it's good to see the 3 different strategies. It's like a rock, paper, scissors. There's always another way to counter somebody else's objective. You just need to play strategically and most importantly, play as a team because it's a team-based game. So absolutely amazing. I relearned a lot of stuff watching this. As somebody that used to play Smite heavily, like I think I had over 200 hours in Smite. Absolutely, a lot of this stuff is true. You want to split lane or you want to focus a lane, depending on what buffs are available, what's inside the jungle, so on and so forth. Has anybody taken the turtle in this game, for example? Has anyone taken the turtle or the phoenix or whatever the big buff is that grants a huge advantage? And also measure it. Is it worth it to go for this battle? If you can't necessarily win it, maybe it's better to just focus on the lanes, because at the end of the day, to win the game is to take over the final area. That's the main objective, take over the final area. So some people get confused, they get lost in the sauce. They like to focus fights. Even if like fighting isn't optimal, they'll go for the fight because ego, like you want to get the kill, you want to chase the kill, maybe you're thirsty. But that stuff doesn't necessarily win you the game. So at the end of the day, if you can win the game, that's all that matters. And these are really great strategies in order for you to do so. Fantastic video, Monkey. So yeah, definitely check out their membership so you guys can get early access and learn more mechanics within MOBA games. This is awesome. And if you guys want early access to all of the videos that I react to, you can join my membership as well, link down below. So yeah, this is an amazing video Monkey plays, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.